Hi guys, welcome to day 5 of the flats and hand washing challenge. Today is an open topic and I wanted to talk about why flat diapers are actually pretty cool. I actually put up a blog post about this quite a few months ago, several months ago, but I never quite made a video talking about the reasons why I love flat diapers. And having experienced, 5 days so far of this week's flats challenge, I think I even more appreciate flats than I did months ago when I made that blog post. So I want to tell you guys about what I love about them, why they are so awesome, and yeah, so let's hop right in. So we use a lot of flats around the house anyway, even before we started this challenge, even before we thought about doing this challenge. We've been using flats since about probably right before Christmas time, maybe. My son started out peeing his snap-in buttons and best bottoms inserts, and so we switched over to using all flats on him for the daytime several months ago. And so we have been using flats for a while, and we just had our baby boy, number 2, who is almost 2 months old, and we've been using flats on him as well. He was out peeing all-in-ones and little snap-in inserts. He was out peeing flour sack towels, and we started using the flats on him for overnight. Well, we don't keep him in them all night. It's just more hours than during the day, like 4 or 5 hours as opposed to 2 hours during the day. So he was out peeing a lot of stuff, and we switched over to flats for him, and it's been working wonders. So it's just crazy how much pee flats really hold. That's like the number one thing, is that they do hold a lot. We have a mixture of Green Mountain Diapers Bird's Eye, Muslin, Nikki's Bamboo, and Imagine Bamboo, and you can really tell how much the bamboo holds because, like, you can see my laundry drying back there. You can just feel the weight of the bamboo flats. They just feel heavier, like they have a lot more moisture, a lot more water in there when you're washing them. You can tell that they hold a ton. But I do love the Green Mountain Diapers Muslin. They're just too bulky to go on the newborn, so I can only use them on the toddler, but they hold a lot of pee too. The Bird's Eye I don't like to use for my toddler, and we're not using for the challenge at all, but we do use them in regular life. I like using them on the young baby, on the baby, because they're nice and trim and they just fit really well on him, but they don't hold enough pee for my toddler. So I wouldn't call the Bird's Eye ones a true like one size birth to potty training, but pretty much all the other stuff, like the bamboo flats that we have, at least the large size, and the muslin flats that we have from Green Mountain Diapers are both true, will last you birth to potty. Like I said, the muslin are a bit bulky on the newborn, on the young baby, but I think you could totally make it work if you had to, but they're great on the toddler. If I wanted to choose like one diaper that would probably be like my go-to birth to potty training, I would say the Nikki's Bamboo large size, which is, I think, the 32 by 32 inch. They're a little bulky on the newborn, but nothing too crazy. I definitely think that they could be a true birth to potty training. And that's one thing that's like awesome about flats, is that if you find the right flat, you can totally, absolutely do a true birth to potty diapering system that's all inclusive. And that's just crazy to me, to think that you can really make it, like you can truly actually make it, 2-3 years with these diapers. That's just crazy. That's saving you a ton of money. So that's another thing. Flats are so affordable, ridiculously affordable, like $2 to $4 a piece for some good quality flats. You can't beat that. That's wonderful. When you think about, like snap-in inserts that I was buying my son before, they were like, $5-6 a piece, and that's like on the low end of things. So you're saving a lot of money by going with flats. Another thing is dry time. If you are somebody who doesn't use the dryer, if you're trying to save energy, if the whole point of using cloth diapers is to like cut down on costs, then you're probably line drying your stuff, and flats dry in half a day. Flats will dry overnight for you, whereas any kind of thick layered like snap-in inserts, all-in-ones, any kind of thick booster or insert with lots of layers in it, it's not going to dry as quickly for you. Or if you're actually using your dryer to dry things, they come out so fluffy and nice. One thing I really love about the muslin from Green Mountain Diapers, the Green Mountain Diapers muslin flats are so fluffy and plush and just nice coming out of the dryer. They're really, really nice. The bamboo flats that we use are also really nice, even just straight on the line. They just have a really nice softness to them. It's just, I don't know, I just love seeing a big pile of flats straight out of the dryer. They're just so nice and fluffy and clean, and I don't know, it just makes me really happy to see a big old pile, even if it's not folded or nothing. It's just like, I don't know, it just really makes me feel very homey and happy and just, I don't know, just good. Another cool thing that I like about flats is all the different folds that you can try. If you try a new fold every week, it's like you're getting new diapers every week, honestly. If you are just trying out something different, if you're just kind of bored with your routine and diapers are just, you know, it's just diaper laundry, changing butts all day long. If you switch up the flat folds that you're using, if you just kind of try a little something different, it can make things a little more exciting. It's like getting new diapers every week, just to try out something new, to try a different fold that you never tried before. Just try messing around with your flats and just trying to create your own fold, you know, just messing around with them and doing different things. You have the same flat diapers, but it's like you're getting new diapers because you get to try out something new. They can be fun to fold when you're in the mood to do it. When you're doing it every single day, day after day, it can kind of become a little tiresome. But when you're in the mood, like I said, when you see that big old fluffy pile of flat diapers, it's just so comforting and happy. I just love it. And being able to fold those up into, even if it's just pad folds, even just taking this big pile of stuff and turning it into a nice slim little stack of flats that are pad folded or origami folded or whatever, it's just really nice. Being able to see that you took like this big old square of fabric that was like nothing and turned it into something. It's just kind of cool. They stay on better than pre-folds. That's just my experience. I don't know if everybody thinks that. I could never get into pre-folds. I just never could get the legs to stay not falling out. I just could never get them to wrap around my son's waist properly. I just always felt like I needed more fabric around the waist. Pre-folds, I didn't catch on to. I just didn't really like it. I don't know. There's something about pre-folds that I wasn't really a big fan of, but when I switched over to flats, I was like, like I just totally fell in love with them. You can customize them to make the waist as big as you need them for your big chubby baby. You know, it's not like a pre-fold where it's just one set thing. You know, pre-folds, you only have like 4 different ways you can fold them. You know, it's not really that much of a variety. Flats, you can fold them in a million different ways to fit on your baby. They are trim. They totally are trim. There are a lot of diapers out there that just feel really bulky and just fit so big around the baby, but just a flat in itself is very trim on the baby's butt. When I pad fold for my toddler, his butt looks kind of poofy sometimes, especially with the muslin flats from Green Mountain Diapers. But when you actually fit it around the baby, they're just very trim. They're not taking up a lot of space. They're just doing their job, absorbing the pee, and just being there. They're not being bulky and big and in the way of the baby's movement or anything. They're just nice and trim. They're also super easy to double up if you need to. I like to like origami fold one flat, then put a pad folded flat in the middle for my son for overnight. That's what we've been doing here for the flats challenge, and that totally works for him. Cover it with a cover and you're good to go. And he outpees a lot of stuff, so it's crazy that he can actually, just 2 flats will do it for him for overnight. And because they're so affordable, it's not a big deal to have to double up on them for like night times or nap time or, you know, road trips or whatever. Now, after I've already spent 10 minutes talking about all the positives and pros for flats, I do want to mention a couple of the cons, and I only have 2. There's only 2 of them. One of them is it's less husband caregiver friendly. They're not... Learning to actually fold and wrap around a flat on a baby takes practice. It's not as easy peasy as an all-in-one or any other like all-in-2 system. It's not just like a disposable, you know? You have to like learn how to actually fold it. So it takes a little bit of learning, a little bit of practice. It's not just gonna be like right off the bat you know what you're doing. So that's kind of a little more difficult for like husbands, caregivers, babysitters, stuff like that. And the other downside is when it comes to cleaning off the poo, is because it's all folded fabric around the baby and you have like different creases and stuff going on, it's kind of hard to spray off the poo because it's in like all the creases and stuff. So if the poo is kind of escaped and it's just made a big old pooey mess, you kind of have to just like soak the whole thing in order to get all the poo off, because it's in every crease and fold and all over the place. So it can be kind of hard when you're going between the, you know, the yucky poo stage where it's just all over the place. But it's not as easy as, you know, if you just have a regular flat insert and you're spraying the poo right off of this flat piece of fabric, nothing can go wrong there. But because a flat is all folded up, you kind of have to get to all the different layers of it while you're spraying off the poo or cleaning off the poo in whatever manner you clean off poo in. So that's a little more difficult. And then you could say folding is a downside, but I like it as long as I'm not doing it every single day. When I'm trying to like switch it up and stuff, folding isn't that bad. I don't think it's that terrible. I actually kind of enjoy it most days. So you could put that on the pros list, you could put that on the cons list, whatever you want to do. Still, I think all of the pros that I listed totally outweigh the couple of cons that I've told you guys about. So if you've never tried flats before, I would totally absolutely recommend it. I love them. Like I said, we use them on the daily, not just for this challenge. We use them a lot with both the toddler and the little baby. And I think we're going to continue to use them. I think this challenge has helped me appreciate even more how awesome flats are. And it makes me kind of like, why didn't I just start off with flats in the first place? So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did like it. Let me know if you have any questions down below. I hope you're looking forward to the rest of this week's flats challenge videos. That was hard to say. I love you guys, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.